you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Seahawks back with another video, and today I'm going to be recapping the Raiders versus Seahawks preseason week 1 game in Allegiant Stadium. And man, it was crazy just to see the actual Raider Nation actually at Allegiant Stadium. Before the game actually went on, Mark Davis went out and just had a ribbon cutting ceremony in front of the Raider Nation, opening up the Allegiant Stadium to the whole fan base. And it was just great to see the black and silver actually in the stadium, actually in Death Star. You know what? I gotta give some huge props to my boy Mark Davis for being a real one. You know, even though he has an ugly haircut, this dude is a real one. Last season, he did not go to any games because he said, if the Raider Nation cannot go to the games, I'm not gonna go to the games. And this is actually his first game at Allegiant Stadium watching his Raiders. I don't see any other owner in the NFL doing that same exact thing, keeping that same exact energy. So I gotta give some big ups to my boy Mark Davis. Now you guys already know that the Raiders ended up winning this game 20-0. Now we knew that Marcus Mariota was gonna play this game, and it showed that our starters weren't gonna play in this game. So Derek Carr didn't play, Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, all of those guys didn't play. We got a lot of backups that came in and showed out today. But even though Marcus Mariota was out there warming up in pregame, he did not play at all in this game. But a guy that came out and showed out was my boy Nate Peterman. He came out and started the game, and he looked composed in the pocket. On the Raiders' first drive, one guy that stood out to me was Zay Jones. He had 3 receptions for 57 yards on 3 targets. This dude looked nice, and when John Gruden praised this guy in the offseason, he wasn't lying. This guy is one of the more conditioned athletes on the team, and it really showed. This guy almost had a touchdown, but you got to give some credit to Nathan Peterman because he was putting it in these guys' hands. And man, speaking of Nathan Peterman, man, we call him the GOAT because he really is the GOAT, and this is our 3rd string quarterback coming in and showing out, man. He looked nice, calm, and composed out there. And not only that, you also got to give some credit to this offensive line. This offensive line held up most of the game. Yeah, they struggled here and there. They gave up a sack early in the game. 2 guys that did not play in this game that I thought they would was our left tackle and our left guard, Colton Miller and Richie Incognito. Instead, we got John Simpson and Brandon Parker, who they did all right, but Andre James was commanding the center of the field. I gotta give some huge props because he looked like a veteran out there, and it shows why this team actually paid him the money that they paid him, extending this guy and going with him instead of Rodney Hudson, who is now with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Alex Leatherwood was another guy that I really wanted to look at, and I feel like he had an up and down game. He was okay. He had some solid moments, and then he had some moments where he almost gave up a sack, but luckily for Nathan Peterman, he was able to step up in the pocket, get out of the pocket and whatnot. But it just shows you how well Nathan Peterman was out there. He was really aware of his surroundings. If he felt any pressure anywhere, he would get out the pocket, and he was doing good. He was looking nice, you know, faking a lot of passes out there. But I was just excited just seeing how well this team played, especially knowing that this is our 2nd and 3rd string players and whatnot. But with that being said, on the first drive, the Raiders were able to drive down the field and get a touchdown on their first drive. It looked nice, and I was kind of worried because they were in the red zone and they looked like they were struggling. BJ Emmons couldn't get in the end zone. Nathan Peterman couldn't get in. Trey Regis couldn't get in until they went for it on 4th down. They was like, fuck it. And then my boy Trey Regis, Trey Vegas, baby. Whoo, that's a nice ass nickname. He went and got that touchdown, putting the Raiders up 7-0. Now, there was a play out there that Damon Arnett had some good coverage on, but his tackling ability, man, needs some work. He was out there, couldn't tackle to save his life, but he had some good coverage on. I forgot who caught the ball, but that's something that I hope Damon Arnett, you know, cleans up once the season does come. He's a guy that's, I think, is on the hot seat, just to be honest with you guys, because there's other guys that's showing now. And one other guy that showed out today was Nate Hobbs. This guy has been getting so much praise in the offseason. Everybody's been talking about him, saying that he might start at the slot cornerback position. You know, him and Nevin Lawson are going to be going toe-to-toe for that position. And this dude came off the edge. Woo! Smacked the shit out of Geno Smith, causing a fumble. And Darius Philon, who's another player that balled out today, had a recovery, but they called it back and said it wasn't a fumble. Now, Nate Hobbs, I'm excited to see more of this guy because sheesh, like, this dude looked explosive out there. He was all over the field, getting a lot of. He was just all over the field. And with all the praise that he's been getting, I guess the hype is real because he's been showing it out. And I know we're going to see more of him for the next 2 preseason games. And speaking of Darius Philon, he looks solid out there. Solomon Thomas looks solid out there. Heck, most of our defensive line looks solid out there. Cleveland Farrell had a lot of good pressure out there today, and I think he had 1 sack. And it just shows how well Gus Bradley has this defense. They look good out there. Now, one guy I was really excited to see out there, and one guy, you know, that's been getting a lot of criticism out there because of him starting, is Tanner Muse. He had one nice play where he was coming off the edge and had a nice pass deflection on Geno Smith, I believe so, or it was the other guy, I forgot his name. But Tanner Muse came in like a heat-seeking missile about to take my dude head off. But the thing is that we didn't see too much of Tanner Muse out there. He only came in here and there, I believe so, but I feel like they're saving him, and the fact that he didn't get that much PT might mean he's actually going to be starting with the starting lineup. I think they just want to see what he had. You know, this is a guy, like I said before, I was really excited last season to see, but he was out all season. But now with the whole off season, just working to get back and trying to work at that linebacker position, because we already know he's a safety turn linebacker. This guy came in and he just looked explosive. Off of that one play, I feel like that's all I needed to see. At the end of the day, our defense held up and they looked solid out there. Now, one question I keep going over in my head, you know, is the Raiders' second string and third string really that good? Or is the Seahawks second and third strings really that bad? I mean, I don't know, but you know what? I'm not going to let that bring me down because I'm still going to be excited. I'm still going to be happy that this team came through. Man, imagine if our first strings go out there and play, you know, Yannick Ngakoue, Max Crosby, Derek Carr, sheesh, Henry Ruggs, Brian Edwards. It's gonna be crazy, man. If Gus Bradley really has this defense like we all know he does, we gonna do something this year. Best believe it. Now, some players that I do want to highlight. One is Trey Vegas. This dude was our leading rusher today, had 13 carries for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. Another running back that did look solid out there today was BJ Emmons, having 9 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown as well. And his longest run was a 22-yard rush, which it looked really good out there. Now, I know I praised Zay Jones a lot, but some other wide receivers that came in clutch today for Nathan Peterman was one, Keelan Doss, had 6 receptions for 55 yards on 6 targets. So he went 6 for 6. Another wide receiver that looked good out there was DJ Turner. He had 7 receptions for 43 yards on 8 targets. So that means he only dropped 1 ball. And Javin White led this defense with 6 total tackles. Now, Javin White did go down later in the game, so I'm hoping that he could come back stronger next week, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. At the end of the day, the Raiders handled business, and we got that W, beating the Seattle Sea Chickens.
In my back.
Woo, man, I've been waiting all season to give you guys my neck and my back play of the game, and I actually put out a poll on I actually asked my live chat during my live stream what you guys think the play of the game was. So for the first my neck and my back play of the game, I've got to go with Nate Hobbs smacking the shit out of Geno Smith and injuring this dude for like a couple of downs, man. Roll the clip.
And of course, that was the Chargers. Damn! Off the edge, and the sack in the back.
He needs some milk.
My neck in my back.
Hobbs came, they had no idea. It was created the pressure that gave him the sack fumble.
Ooh, just seeing that, man, just gets my neck and my back going crazy. But man, shout out to Nate Hobbs. This dude got a bright future with this team. A fifth round pick. This guy's gonna come out and show out, man.
MVP.
Now for the MVP of the game, I think I gotta go with one person. I put a poll on my live stream and you guys killed it, and I gotta give it to the GOAT. Who else could I give it to but the GOAT, Nathan Peterman. This is the guy that played the most in this game. We didn't really get to see Case Cookis. He was basically out there at the end of the game just handing the ball off, but Nathan Peterman played most of the game, went 29 for 39, 246 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now the stat line doesn't look so crazy, but if you actually watch the game, this dude Nathan Peterman looked calm, composed. He actually had control in this offense, you know, just running around in the pocket, you know, having a sense of having a sense of urgency to get out of the pocket when he needed to, using his legs when he needed to. This guy just commanded the whole offense, and he did real well out there. And I was really excited just to see how well Nathan Peterman did with this opportunity. So with that being said, Raider Nation, let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about the first preseason game for the Raiders 2021 season. Let me know down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Shout out to you guys, the Oos Nation. Shout out to the Raider Nation for getting your boy to 30,000 subscribers, man. We finally hit that mark right before the game, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Now we are going on the road to 50K, baby. I know we can do it. With that being said, until the next video, this is your boy Small Raider, and your boy is, yeah.